Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Leandra the TBR0 and you just clicked on a video with a very special announcement. Danny Dabbles and myself have decided to start a book club podcast called Not Reading for Content. This book club will involve a different book to be read every single month, and it honestly was spawned from the initial buddy reads that Danny and I started just over a year ago. Neither of us knew each other very well, but we both were looking for friends on the internet, and yes, specifically nerdy friends who want to geek out about books, and Danny ended up reaching out to me asking if I wanted to try buddy reading Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes together. It's a book that both of us really wanted to read at the time, but we just didn't want to read it alone, and that honestly led us to reading over 24 books to date together. Yeah, let's do the math there. So it's been over a year, just over a year, and we've read nearly 24 to 30 books together. That means we've read 1, 2, sometimes 3 books a month, and we are just really enjoying the process so much. We love igniting our analytical brains, talking about plots, character development, themes, and tropes, that we wanted to enhance that experience by inviting you at home to join us. If you've never participated in a buddy read before or a book club, all I can tell you is that it is a complete game changer when it comes to looking at a book. Not only are you having an interesting discussion with the characters you see on the page, with the author who created this work, but you now get to engage with others who are experiencing that work with you, asking questions, providing potential answers, theories, and also engaging in some really heartfelt feelings, and also maybe some rage, who knows? The purpose of this podcast is also to be as accessible as possible, meaning that we will be reading everything, no matter the genre, no matter the length of the book, or if it's out of our comfort zone. We are willing to do it with you if you're willing to do it with us. If you really want us to put our money where our mouth is as far as being willing to read everything, here are just a few of the big titles that we've read in the past year together. Indeed, our first read together was Dead Silence, but we read another sci-fi horror not long ago, Annihilation. And from sci-fi horror to sci-fi fantasy, in which we read all 3 books in the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. Fantasy titles that we have been able to read together include Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, but also The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. But we better not forget the mysteries and thrillers we've read together as well, including The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James, but also The Murder Wheel by Tom Mead. And now for another important question. Did Danny and I always love the books we read together? Absolutely not. We had some really tough reads, as well as some reads that became all-time favorites for us. But whether we ended up giving a book a 1-star, a 5-star, or somewhere in between, we were able to engage in some really great discussions, dig deep into the books, in the fact that we didn't regret any discussion we had. But what is the structure going to be for this podcast? Well, Danny and I have thought about it, and we've decided that we'll be reading a third of the book every single episode, meaning that in 3 episodes' time, you will have had a really great discussion with us, and usually the episodes will range between 30 and 50 minutes. The episodes will also be published every single Friday, either on YouTube if you really want the auditory as well as the visual effect of this discussion, or on your favorite podcast app. So if any of this sounds really interesting to you, be sure to check out the description in our bio where you can have access to our other social media platforms discussing Not Reading for Content. But also don't go anywhere, because there's one more thing that is really exciting and I think makes our book club super unique. Our book club is going to have seasons, and every single season is going to have a different theme. These seasons will last for 4 months, so 4 books for the book club, starting in January 2025 to April 2025. And that first season is going to be genre blends. I'm not going to get into the titles that we've already chosen for this, because you know who's going to do that? Danny Dabbles herself. This is the first part in 2 introductions to our podcast, and I really encourage you to please go check out what she has to say, because like I said, we have some really great books planned for 2025 and I cannot wait. If you're one of the fortunate ones to be here for the premiere, don't go anywhere. Once this video ends, it will immediately redirect you to Danny's part 2 of our Not Reading for Content announcement. If you're here after the fact, that's okay. The video will be linked below, or there should be a video right here that you can click on. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting us, whether you're going to listen or watch the podcast. And I really do hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.